Destruction is the best. Yeet. 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 It's not about the build, it's about the destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Oh, this is looking good. Yeet. Yeet. Yeet.
Miku_gaming1 has redeemed first.
Destruction. Destruction is the best. I can hold this mouse better than anyone could hold this mouse. Mainly because I wouldn't allow them into my house to hold this mouse. But nonetheless,
Sano is here.
Destruction. Yeah, I make great background music. Wait, I'm music? Yeah, I'm music. We'll go with that. Ash Rain music, bro. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. How are you doing today, my dudes? GG, Miku redeeming first. Welcome in Mrs. Ken and Dalton as well. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Morning? I don't know about that. Let me get TikTok's CAPTCHA out of the way. How's everybody's day? It's the weekend now, ain't it? Ooh, it's Friday night. I am ready for not working tomorrow. All right, I think I got everything ready to go. Let's get into some hardcore Minecraft. I'm going to sit down. Whew. I'm sitting on the wire. I was like, something's not right. Bro, is music? No way. All right. Oh, man. Hardcore. Yeah, it's been a few days again since we played. We haven't played since Tuesday. And tomorrow, chat, is Minecraft Live. So tomorrow, I'll be live at noon EST, which is an hour before Minecraft Live starts. The pre-show will probably start around like 12:40, like if it's anything like last year. So we'll play hardcore for like 30-45 minutes. We'll find an AFK spot, and then we'll watch the show, the pre-show, the after show, all of it together. We'll react to Minecraft Live, see everything that's in there, and then we'll get back to Minecraft, hardcore Minecraft afterwards. Until about 4 p.m. Eastern. So we'll have probably like 2.5 hours of playtime and an hour and a half of AFK time, if I had to guess. Or, you know, that ratio might change, give or take. But I'll be live for a solid 4 hours tomorrow in the middle of the day. So make sure you tune in here if you want to see my reaction to Minecraft Live. Boom, boom. Hey, yo, we got some junk in the trunk. All right. Clip anything funny. I would if I could. All right. We got those and those. Oh, there's 2 stackerinos of those. Gold blockerinos. Go in there. Empty boxes. Empty boxes. What's next? Mine carts. Heck yeah, we got a room for them. Perfect. Sweet, all that's taken care of. Let's see what we're. Oh, let me top off some of my stuff. Sleep first. It's nighttime. Sleep. Gotta sleep these days away, man. Falling behind. Oh boy, I went fizzy down the wrong pipe. Well, that'll wake you up or put you to sleep forever. One or the other. All right, let's see what we're gonna do today, chat. My nose is a little stuffy today, chat, so I might have to end up going on break and stuff to blow my nose and whatnot. Oh, chat, we also have a new version of the Colonel mod pack. I released 14.2.1 the other day, and now we're on 14.3.0 because I added one specific mod for the 9 Lives server. I just realized I didn't update the description, so I'm doing that right now of the VOD on the red site. So I added one mod, one required mod for the 9 Lives server next month, which is the voice chat, in-game voice chat. And I'm bringing that up because its icon is in my bottom right corner and it is annoying me and I want to get rid of it. Can I run in single player or LAN worlds? No. Thank you. That's actually the setting I needed. Oh, but the icon is still on. Dang it. Okay. How do I make the icon not show up? Oh, voice chat HUD? I mean, I guess I could make the scale 0. Nope, the HUD is, yeah, it's not the same thing. Yeah, I need to, whoa, where's all my chunks? Where's all my chunks, dude? There we go, load them in. All right. So let me tell you guys what we're planning on working today. I'm just going up in free cam because this will be a great spot to explain it. I explained this a couple times in the last stream, but what we're gonna do is, well, let me just explain. This is the black biome in my base islands, and in the black biome has all of our automatic TNT farms. So inside of this farm right here is my tree farm. Inside of this one is a basalt farm. Inside of this one is the nether tree farm. Inside of this one is a concrete converter. All of these use TNT dupers as blast chambers, or use TNT duper blast chambers, right, to destroy blocks for me automatically. Side note, this is the only kind of TNT dupers I use is when it's like a stationary blast chamber. I don't use like flying machine TNT dupers or anything like that. I just, that feels like too much to me. But regardless of that, the thing is these two farms, the nether tree farm and the basalt farm, are both completely 100% automated that require no player interaction other than turning them on and off. And they're self-sustaining. The tree farm makes its own bone meal, yada, yada, yada. It's great. So normally what I would do is I'd go over to the tree farm and I'd turn on the switch and AFK over there. But when I'm running the tree farm, the nether tree farm's AFK station, the basalt generator could definitely also be running because it's close enough. They could both be running at the same time without, and for any AFK session, if at this one or this one, they could both be running. But then on that same note, if I'm using the concrete converter, it's also close enough that this farm could be running and this farm could be running in the background. And on that same note, the tree farm, that I have to be there placing saplings, but if I'm using this, it could also turn on these farms. So what I need to happen is I need to set up some sort of logic circuit that if I turn on any of these four farms, it needs to make sure it also turns on both the nether tree farm and the basalt generator. So that's what we're gonna start working on today. I might get it all done today. I don't know. Let's get started. My original idea was to have like, some logic circuit like right here in the middle, just having single redstone lines out to each of these. and then, or 2 redstone lines out to each of these, and a single redstone line out from these 2 into this one spot, and then have all the logic in the one spot. But the problem is, if I put it right in the middle where it makes sense to put it, that means if I try to build something else there in the future, I would have to move it if that building needs a basement. And most of these buildings do have a redstone basement. So I'm probably going to put the logic like right next to one of these 2 farms, somewhere close enough that I'll never put a farm there. So yeah, I'm thinking like maybe I put it like right here. Actually, that could work if I put it underneath right there. Let's go take a look, because this area is elevated and hollow, and if it's literally right next to this nether tree farm, it's a good area. So if I just dig down right here, I'll show you what I mean. Bam. So yeah, these islands are completely custom, man-made by me. And yeah, here is all the behind-the-scene redstones of all these autocrafters for this tree farm. So we won't get in the way of that, but we have like this area right here is probably big enough to build this in, and also like close enough to this redstone that I'll never actually like put a farm directly above it. We could actually probably get rid of this scaffolding and use some of this space even. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try actually like shoving it like as far like into this little nook as I can. And then we have all this area underground to run the redstone wires to the other farms. It'll be really simple. Like this is the underside of the concrete converter. That's somewhere way over there. Oh, right there. That little bit of andesite you can see is the underside of the salt generator. And then the overworld tree farm is actually separated from this. So what is the project command? And we might want to update it. It looks like it says something about the mob zoo. Please update it, Miku, and then pin it for me. So, what do I have redstone-wise to get started with? If you need me to repeat anything I said for you to use in the command, let me know. I could run these farms while I work on the redstone. Potentially, no. Because if I have to like go to the base, or if I have to run to the nether, to get some sort of material from a farm, and I forget to turn it off, that can be catastrophic. They'll blow themselves up. So I'm not gonna do that. Oh, that's something I didn't mention, is all of these farms can run on their own. These 2 farms can run 100% on their own, but if I leave them running and I leave the chunks and they go out of my simulation distance, they'll blow themselves up. So that's why they need to be tied into the on-off switches of each other to make sure I always turn them off. Thank you for the roses, by the way, my dude. Absolutely massive of you. So I don't know if maybe I should start by like trying to make the logic work and then running the redstone lines. That seems easiest in case I like find out that this place is not big enough and I have to rebuild the whole thing. So let's do that. I'm actually going to start by topping off my redstone box. That's going to be step number 1, because it looks like some of these items are pretty low. So let's start with that. I've got the song Heart of Stone by Jelly Roll stuck in my head. Good song. It's been stuck in my head for a few hours now. Kinda wish it wasn't. Oh man, I'm out of redstone. But this is like all the redstone I actually have. Then we're gonna have to go. Yeah, let's go to the villager trading hall and start off by just doing a full round of trades for redstone. Just one round of trades. As long as I get a stack of blocks and then excess, I'll be happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So we're just gonna do 1 round of trades for emeralds. And then we're gonna take these emeralds upstairs and get redstone for them. And craft that redstone into blocks. And I'm fairly certain we'll get like a stack and a half of blocks out of that. And then if that math was right, then that's all we need to do trading-wise here.
Massive.
Hey, yo. Popcorn with the Prime sub. Absolutely massive, my dude. Hey, and thank you for the gifts over on TikTok again. Who's excited for Minecraft Live tomorrow? The teasers and the leaks and stuff are going crazy this year, like they always are. This is Java. This is Java, dude. Oh. I'm on the right floor. I did it without looking. Alright. Give me that redstone. So the next big project after we do this is what we're doing today. The TNT farm redstone project is a really small project in the grand scheme of things, especially for this channel. And then after this project, I assume we will be doing 1.21.9 update stuff. So after that, the next big project, I think I want it to be a witch farm, so I don't ever have to buy redstone again. I can't believe it's been almost 5 years of me buying every single piece of redstone dust that I need. Like, come on, give me a redstone farm. All right, how much did that make? Oh yeah, that's enough. Your prediction is a shulker update. I saw Mojang posted a thing, or I saw that Darcy posted that Mojang posted a thing that looked like it was a death. It was a Minecraft like death with a new mob saying it had killed the player, and it was like pixelated, so you couldn't see what mob killed the player. And they were standing on a bunch of aquatic blocks with like aquatic items on the ground. So all the teasers of an aquatic update. There is a stat for times traded with villagers. They choose bedrock death screens for those teasers? Oh, well, that sucks. I didn't pay attention. Talked to villagers 56,000 times. 56,000 times. Time played 0.54 years. Time since last death 0.54 years. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, that's a good one. All right. I'm gonna keep this redstone stuff in my inventory in case I have to go craft more redstone stuff. I don't want it to be like stuck waiting through the system. Okay. We have no comparators. We have no repeaters. We have 1 torch. We have 4 hoppers. Do we... We do actually need tripwire hooks. Crazy. I don't even remember using them. Alright. We needed a few levers. Oh, we needed a lot of levers. The note blocks. Oh, we did. We had enough note blocks. Pistons. Oh, we had enough pistons. Okay. Sticky pistons, we need more of. We're out of observers? There ain't no way, dude. I had a whole Wait. Wait. Where is all my redstone materials now that I think about it? Hold on. I have a million shulker boxes of redstone materials, 4 redstone projects. I think there's a Froglight farm, maybe? Yeah, I completely forgot about all those boxes. I'm gonna continue topping all of this off. Everything that I have here. Yeah, okay. I completely forgot about that stuff though, chat. I'm not gonna lie. TNT's good. Target blocks. No, it's definitely not in the unloader. If it was in the unloader, it would be full. Some of these things would be full. Iron trap doors, we didn't have enough. Iron doors, we didn't have enough. Wow. Chests. Copper bulbs. Okay. Slime blocks, I completely missed those over here. Okay, that's everything I can. Oh, no, blackstone, buttons, and pressure plates. I didn't grab the full stack. That's my bad. The barrels. Yeah, barrels is the only other thing that I didn't check. Which I knew I had a lot of barrels, so that's good. Cool. All right, let's go get those boxes from in the nether tunnel. And then, yeah, this stuff can boop up in there. Next month will be 5 years. I recommend checking out my 15,000 day world tour. Over on the Red video site, link in the bio. Whoop. I hear Skelly Bob. Oh, my stupid subtitles are off again. I really wish I could figure out what mod is disabling my subtitles every time I launch the game. Oh, am I going to my spawn? No, I'm not going to the spawn chunks. I don't know why I thought I would be. Alright, so I believe they're all in the tunnel somewhere right around here. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is all my redstone material. Love that. Alright. This is the bulk redstone materials. Yeah. And then this is some bulk Dufferinos. And then this is my project box. Yeah, this is all left over from when I redid this redstone back here the other day. Well, it was honestly like a month now, probably. And those boxes have just been waiting in the hallway for me to come and need them again, you know? With a skelly farm. Oh, I built a farm. I had enough of these skellies. Damn. It's just stuck in my head, dude. There's another mob zoo. Oh boy, I forgot about the boxes. Wow, I'm really lucky I didn't do that closer to the door. Well. Yeah, I completely forgot I had all these boxes. Like, genuinely, I forgot that, like, all these boxes were a thing. Where's the hole I entered through? All right. How does one forget this many boxes exist? I don't know. But I managed to do it. Wait, where'd I put the project box? Did I put it over here somewhere? Yep, doesn't belong. Okay, and then that's the dump box. And that's my actual redstone box. I never really intended these to exist this long, I gotta admit. Though they have been incredibly helpful. Alright. Red concrete. Red concrete is what we're gonna just start with. Okay, because this whole project... I gotta... Alright. I gotta simulate what I need to do. I'm really hoping that this actually turns out to be simpler than... So I'm hoping this turns out to be simpler than what I'm thinking it's going to need to be. But we'll find out. They were never meant to be permanent. All right. So let's work on this. We have... do I have signs? I gotta go get some signs. That'll make this... Okay. Yeah. I only need like one stack of signs of any kind. And they're only temporary. Though I could leave them there permanently. Okay. So, let's say back here is where we want the logic to exist. So, right here is our first redstone line. Let's say this redstone line comes... Probably be easiest for the closest one to be from there. So this is actually going to be 2 redstone lines. Okay. So this is nether 3 input. And this is nether tree output. So what that means is this is where we would expect an input from. Did I not grab levers? Thought I had levers in here. Okay. And do I have copper bulbs? I don't have any redstone lamps. Okay. So levers and redstone lamps. So input means that this is going to, for testing purposes, this is going to simulate us turning on the farm, and it's sending an input to this, telling it to turn on the other farms, right? So we have a lever here to simulate this farm existing. And then this is the nether tree output. So this is what would send a signal to the nether tree farm, telling it to turn on. So for example, when any other farm comes on, that light being on would mean send a signal to turn on this farm, right? So then we'll try like skipping 2 blocks. And the next one that makes sense to me to have here, like if we have to run a wire boop, boop, then the next wire would go boop down there, and so we would go to the overworld tree farm. This one only needs a single wire, and it is a lever, and it is the tree farm input. Yeah, input. So if this farm turns on, it will it will send an input to turn on the other farms, but this farm itself does not receive a signal telling it to turn on unless the player's actually there. Then next up is, so we run wire. Next one is this one, the basalt. This one's actually going to have 2 wires. So again, we get a lever and a redstone lamp. And then we get some signs. This one will be basalt farm.
Massive.
Input. Yo, who is that? Spider with the 12 months of tier 2. Absolutely massive, my dude. And this one is the basalt farm output. And then lastly, skipping 2 and getting here, is the concrete converter input. So, right. Here you can see we have 4 inputs and 2 outputs. That means if any of these farms are on, we should send an output to those 2 farms. Now that I'm looking at it, just because it makes the most sense for the wires to not like mingle on this side, I think it would probably make the most sense for the outputs to like all be on the right and the inputs to all be on the left. Ooh, but no, actually.
Chili Monster 69
Because with them next to each other like this, it actually makes a really easy way for me to make sure we don't create a loop. So if the nether tree farm is the one that's sending a signal to the logic to turn on all the farms, then we need to make sure we don't send an output to the nether tree farm telling it to turn on. That means the lever would tell it to turn on and this logic would tell it to turn on, and we'd probably get it stuck in a point where we could not turn it off, right? It would create an infinite loop. So all I have to do is, if I want, before I even make the logic, all I need to do is like, in this output, if this is a repeater here going into a block, let me just boom, simulate that. That light is on from this. But if I just If I just do something, just something real sneaky. If I just do something real sneaky like that, now the signal from the Nether Tree Farm isn't sending an output to the Nether Tree Farm. Like, wow, okay, hold on. Yeah, that's so that works. So, wow, this logic is going to be way simpler than I thought. Okay. Okay, let me go put this over here for the basalt farm too. Right? How you doing, Shilly? I think I said something when you said something. I don't know what I said. Did I say something? Chat, have I ever said something? I don't know. All right, so now we have the same thing here. If that one comes on... Wait. This is actually stupid simple now. Because, okay, I really thought I would have to have, like, several AND gates or OR gates or something like that, but I really don't. I really don't. All I need now is... I really just need to make all these inputs all connect into a straight line back here. And I need to make sure the signal strength from one can reach all of the others. So, yeah, now that we are literally breaking the output signal, that's not something I had thunked about. I had thought possible. Okay, so if I get a repeater, one way or the other, in all of these scenarios. Okay, if there's a repeater there, I think the signal strength, I just need to have a line here. Like, that's it. Hand is still throbbing a bit. You want me to DM you a pic? I'm not in. Sorry, I don't. If it, I don't want to see. All right, so that one turns on both. Oh, missed a piece of redstone. That one turns on just the other one. Oh, it does flash a signal there, though. Interesting. Can I actually not have another repeater there? Will that work? So that one turns on both. That still flashes a signal there. Okay. Interesting. Flashing a signal is not that... Yeah, okay, so this does need a bit... I don't know if a signal single pulsing is a big enough deal to worry about. Oh, does it pulse them both? No, they just both turn off at the same time. All right. This one obviously turns on both. And this one does cause that one to pulse. I need to figure that out. Yeah, I'm not interested in seeing it if it's a bit gnarly, sorry. Would a delay in the repeater help? No, that would actually cause it to be a longer pulse. What needs to happen is this piston needs to stay extended longer. That's what needs to happen, is the piston needs to stay extended longer. And in this current configuration, I can't do that very easily. But like, we're already like 99% of the way there. I really thought this would be like way more complicated. Not gonna lie. I mean, the other part of wiring these in might be more complicated later. I don't know for sure. We'll see. Yeah. Well. Okay. How can I make the I mean, I can make the piston stay extended a bit longer. If I separate these two, I could put a bit of logic in the piston. Or I could build something on the output side. Wait. Could I instead just lock this repeater? Oh no, that does the opposite. Maybe 2 ticks? Ah, that worked! Ha-ha! Yeah. Okay, so actually, yeah, if I make this like four ticks on both of these, and then make that like 3 ticks. Nope, that didn't work. Make that back to 1, put that back to 2. And the timing does work, so heck yeah. We get no pulse out. That's so easy. Okay. I thought there would be a lot more repeaters needing to lock themselves. I'm not gonna lie. If no one's familiar with this mechanic, when you power a repeater, it actually puts a piece of bedrock, that's a bedrock texture, over top of the other repeater. If you power a repeater from the side, that locks the repeater.
Harekemes Johnny 11
so
is
that
here.
This is locked in the off position before the signal gets there to turn it on. And then by the time the block retracts, the signal telling to turn the repeater to turn on is off. This works. This works perfectly. Oh my god. Yeah, I thought there'd have to be like copper bulbs and observers, and this would be a huge thing, and nope. Nope, we're done. Holy moly, dude. All right. All right. What the heck? Oh boy, this got turned. Of course it did. There it is. Welcome in, UA, Johnny. How you two doing? All right, so now we just actually got to run these inputs. So more red concrete. Ready for Minecraft Live tomorrow? Heck yeah, dude. All right, so first things first, let's actually get topside and go into... I don't need to go topside, do I? Let's just break into here real quick. We can try to intercept where is the on-off switch, which is wiring. Whoops. Here. Okay. I don't know which one's which now that I think about it. Okay, so the button turns it on. No, let's just go based off purely off the lever. If the lever is off, send the signal to turn the other ones on. Yeah, okay. The button, is that what actually... The button is a single pulse that turns on the farm. But that only works if the lever is off. And the lever being turned back on... Okay, yeah, we're just going to go this off the lever, which is... currently the signal that's on running across back through here. So, yeah, this signal right here that I'm standing on, this getting a pulse, or... This is the input that we're looking for. That's going to go lit. Wow. Wow, that area right there that I dug through, of course, is perfectly boom, bam, bam. Nether tree input. Let me just... Nether tree input. I'll make sure to keep these labels on them. We actually need not a lever, a torch here to invert this signal. I could use some more torches where those are. Okay. And I'm definitely gonna need repeaters and redstone dust. That's pretty important. I don't have any. Repeaters. And then redstone. Okay. Torch. Okay, yeah, so now that signal is inverted. Did I need a repeater there? I didn't need a repeater there. I have the... Alright, so... Okay. So yeah, that's doing exactly what we want it to do, except it needs to be inverted by putting that there. Sweet. All right. Next, we need to take an output. What are we looking at light level wise here? This, it's all spawn proof because, yeah. All right, cool. Next, we need to take, this needs to send a signal to turn the farm on. Oh my goodness, I hadn't even thought about how am I going to turn this farm on via the... Because, like, it's supposed to... It's got to override this signal and then send a pulse. Ugh. Okay, okay. Oh, but it can't override this signal. Well, no, it can't override this signal. Yes, it can. Because it's not going to be... Okay. Do I have room to make it override this signal is the question. I'm thinking the way to do that is to, like, make this signal go through a redstone block, and then we can use a piece of, we can make the signal like retract that redstone block. But the problem is that this is so tightly integrated. And the way that it splits in all these different directions. I could maybe do this block from underneath. That makes sense. Except, yeah, let me, instead of that, right. Instead of that, we do that. Except now the repeater's in the wrong spot. The signal still makes it. Okay. That signal's just an off signal, so it doesn't matter if we're pulsing things or whatever too much. Cool. So now if that needs to be a repeater there instead. Okay. Okay, so that's still all working. And then we could retract this from above. Yeah. If we retract this from above. No, I don't think it will because of where it's going now. So we need to get a sticky piston facing downward right there. Sticky piston facing downward. We might even want a slime block to separate it to make sure it doesn't get bud powered by the block that it's trying to retract. I don't think that'll be a problem though. I think some moss blocks. Also gonna put some of this back. My inventory's a bit crowded. Then yeah, it's fine. Okay. Then the other delay can just come by putting a couple pistons and then sending, or a couple repeaters. Okay. So we want a sticky piston right there, potentially. And I need to make sure if I power said sticky piston, that retracts it and obviously does all these other things. That's actually sending a signal back now. Oh, that's creating a loop.
Massive.
That will create a loop. How am I supposed to make it still send a signal out to that? Or not send a signal out to that, but then... Thank you for the sub, TMG, tier 1 for 39 months. Will it actually be a problem, though, if I... Let's just wire it up this way and then see if it's actually a problem before I go problem solving it. Yeah, so then that being retracted is obviously... All my tech specs are linked in the bio. I have a Sony camera. What's this hole? Just a hole. Let's fill it in. Okay. Okay, so then this is the output. This is what would tend to signal to turn the farm on. Let's do this to, oh well, okay, that light is in the way. Repeater needs to go right here before it ascends the stairs. This is a logic circuit so that if any of the farms in my custom biome here are turned on, they all get turned on. Okay. Well, we ran out of distance. Throw a repeater there. Hmm. I don't think that's right. You just got to build things, my dude. So yeah, that's not gonna work because it has no way. I have no way of turning the farm off from the farm with that block retracted. The default state needs to be that block put downwards, actually, now that I think about it. So there should be a redstone torch involved here. Like right here, maybe, if I put a redstone torch. So when that signal is off, that signal is down. So we're actually sending the signal to turn off the farm now. Got it. Got it. Okay. We allow the signal for the farm to be turned off. Got it. And then that means when we want the signal to turn on from here, we're actually turning off this redstone line, which is which is overriding the off lever. Yes, okay, this is what we want. So then what we need is a okay. Where's the on pulse? This is the one that gets pulsed. Free cam real quick. Oh yes, this is where the button pulses. So right into that block. If I run another, okay, well that, whoa, okay, I'm dead now. That's not what I wanted. All right. So if I need to run another signal into there from here, but it just needs to be a pulse. So when this turns on solid, I need to then send a pulse to this line. I can do that. That is called a thingy-mabobble. I know what it looks like. A falling edge, something or other. So what that would mean is from here, if I take a redstone torch out of here, like I could just wire up redstone torch straight to there. That turns on the signal, right? But I don't want a full pulse. I just want a little blip. Single pulse. The way I could do this. Obviously, like... Okay, if I get a piece of sand or gravel, I think I have one right here. And then if I get a normal piston, a not sticky piston, a normal one, we go this way. Have enough room. It's just going to be bulky. So first off, repeater from the torch. Bam. That goes into the piston. Yep. And the gravel goes on top. And then we can pull another piece out of there. Does that work? So if torch goes bye-bye. Okay, that sends a little pulse. If I want the pulse to be just a bit longer, I would do that there. Okay, now let's try again. Just a bit longer again, please. Yeah, all right, that's a long enough pulse that it's like a button being pressed. Amazing. and then we wire that into there. So this is wired up now 100% to where that logic can turn this farm on, which is not great because the farm is currently broken. I just remembered that. The farm is currently broken. How did I forget that? All right. Wait, why is this on right now? Hmm. Did I just turn it on? Don't think so. No, right now it's in the position where it can't be turned on. Oh, which is why this is that way. Crap. Now I think I turned the signal to turn it on. No? No, we're not getting a signal because it's stuck in a loop now. Okay. Oh, I still have this disconnected. All right. Well, I need to see if this works. It does seem to be making a loop, though. Something I didn't consider is when this signal is on, or yeah, when the farm gets turned on, this would send a signal. Okay, I do know how to fix that. Yeah, we need to actually take two signals from the actual off switch. Or we actually just need it in the before off switch. Can I get something from the before off switch? Like from before the override, not after the override. That's going to be really tricky. Okay, I could see this happening if I actually like moved all of this. So if I get rid of that torch for now, that will make sure this farm doesn't turn itself on at all. If I move this piston to like here, right? And I move that block to like there, and then oh. Yeah, and then, you know, the wiring goes like this now instead of directly from here. That gets me room to pull a signal, like if this doesn't exist anymore. That goes there. Right. So that's sending the off signal there. It makes it to that repeater. Sweet. This one I don't care as much if it gets out of the way. Okay. That off signal is making its way downtown now. Cool. Exactly as it was before. We just have to take the pulse from somewhere else. But now, instead of taking a signal, yeah, that's supposed to be, instead of taking a signal from there, we are actually going to be trying to take a signal from here. There. See, that's just going to go underneath. Well, I need another repeater, but that's fine. Okay, so now that's the signal that it's physically tied into that lever going down to here and overriding this. Okay, so if that lever is on and that regardless of if this is on, that doesn't care. Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, we're sold. Okay, now what? I need to eat. Yeah, I knew that part was too easy. It's actually tying it into the farms that's difficult. Oh, all right. All right, so now we need a signal from here. And we can do the exact same thing that we had just a couple blocks over. Imagine if that had turned into Flint, dude. All right. So what I need to check now is this signal turning on is going to... Excuse me? Oh, this lever. All right, so if that lever... If that's off... Yeah, then that's gonna... So... Okay, so this is the default state right here. We have... The farm is off. Right now. And let's say another farm turns on. That would have sent a signal to turn on the farm. Maybe I should actually test it. I do need a repeater right there. And yeah, it needs to be like 4 ticks. Okay. Be a long button press. Okay, let's see if this turns on the nether tree farms. Heck yeah, it did. One of these sides is not going to blow itself up. Yep, this one grew. Pushing. TNT's coming down. Amazing. This side's already blown up, so nothing's happening. And then this signal comes back on, and that's gonna stop the... Yeah, that's gonna stop it. Amazing. Yeah, that works. Holy... This nether tree farm redstone just keeps getting more and more insane. I don't know how we keep finding new ways to mangle this redstone. Oh boy. I feel bad for anybody that ever... you know, wants to reproduce anything I've ever made. Okay, but now you see here, is this a problem that this is still getting a signal and that means the other farm is not going to let it turn on? Or is this supposed to have had, hold on. Was this supposed to have had a redstone? Yeah, this was supposed to have had a redstone torch in it. Okay. Well, I don't know how that got pulsed out to like that. That's not good. Okay. So now we're not getting a signal from it. Perfect. This is perfect. Okay. Actually, this appears to be right. Next up, we need a signal from the tree farm. Okay. I don't know if I have enough red concrete on me to run this line, but let's do it. Where are we at, like, map-wise? I do kind of... I'm just gonna make it run under the ocean. Just straight line from here down to about there and turn. Like, yeah, let's do it. I don't think Mojang wants me to. Bunch of mushrooms in my way. Never turn down free mushrooms, champ. In Minecraft. Oh, it's a bit of an extra hole we dug. The on switch is actually like above the ocean. No, I'm gonna just hug the wall here. And stay inside the black biome. Yeah, I'm not going under the ocean because that would be like a big staircase down and then a big staircase back up. Okay. Right now I'm yeah, I just need to go over whoa. A drowned spawned on the... No, he walked up on there. He didn't spawn on there. That's still not great. Okay, to about that gravel, honestly. Let's just continue in the line till we go to about that gravel. And then let's continue this way. Oh, okay. That's not great. I gotta go another block lower. Oh, I don't even... Yeah, I need it to be like up there? I'll have to solve that later. I don't have any torches on me, do I? Oh, I have one torch. Okay. If I do it on the sand, I'm anywhere in the sand, I'm gonna have a problem. Yeah, okay, I'll just... Oh gosh, and then I have this whole area here. Okay, so if I bring it over to about this line, okay, to about those torches. I don't even need to, like... Yeah, this will work just fine. Oh, well. Yeah, that's not great. What else am I looking at here? Where could I... Yeah, I should just bring it inside the box at this point. Yeah, that'll be what I do. Gonna bring it in through the wall. Right there. And then I could put a piece of black glass or something there to even separate it some more. And then we're just gonna make it hug the wall inside. This is what a redstone room is for, running redstone through the room. Alright, where can I... Okay, I should bring it up, like, to the right where I am. Yeah. And then it needs to go... So the on-off switch... The on-off switch is in a really difficult spot here. I don't know how I'm going to... Oh, wait. All I need to do is get a signal from this. I don't need to override it. Okay, good. So, yeah, all I need to do is literally go... Wait. Oh, I don't even need to go into this back room here, now that I think about it. I just need to go up. Yeah, and then... If I do that, it causes a problem. Okay. Pointing. Oh, well, that sent a signal. How do I get a signal from this? I can get a signal from up here, I guess, then. Amazing. Yeah, I can just put some black glass in the floor or something. Oh, that doesn't need to... Sweet. Okay, and then repeater. Amazing. All right. Actually, we need a torch. I can make the torch be at the other end, though. This is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, this is going down and then back up for no reason. It doesn't actually make the redstone any longer. Doesn't use any more redstone, doesn't use any extra blocks, nothing. It just does that because I'm too lazy to fix it. Oh, my redstone dudes again. That's like the only place that I can't walk underneath it. Oh. Anyone got plans for the weekend? Other than tuning into Minecraft Live tomorrow, of course. I imagine everyone will be watching that. Whether here or just, like, watching it directly. I am excited. Bro. This is going to take a lot of redstone, now that I think about it. Though this is the longest redstone run, and luckily it's just a one-way signal. Okay, now if I accidentally connect this chat, it will actually turn on that farm. Now I need to go back and swap out one of the repeaters way over at the actual farm with the torch. And then we'll be golden. I actually think I know exactly which one I want to do. This one right here. Because it's just on the staircase down kind of thing. Yeah. And that will literally be treated exactly the same as having that repeater there. The signals will all make their way. We already know that. I guess the only thing we don't know is what the signal strength will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ah, shoot. All right, I'm just going to put another repeater right here. It could be anywhere, but it's going to be right there. Cool. So this one will be nether 3 output. This one is I'll write 3 farm input. Okay. next up, we're ready to do stuff to the basalt farm. But I need to actually empty out all this junk from my inventory. That's not junk. That is not junk, chat. At the very, very end of this, I will probably go back to all of them and try and cover the holes and make sure everything's spawn proof. That's not right now. That's not my name. All right, do I have more redstone blocks anywhere here that I can? Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. So we need 2 lines over to the basalt farm. And this is why that we did them in this order, so that it can go, you know, so it can go down, over, and along, and then over. And then this one will do the same. And it doesn't really matter how in the way the redstone lines are for like future builds, because genuinely we can move these very easy in the future. Actually, you know what? I don't think I want this to hug right there with this one. I think I just want these two to make a straight line across. Yeah, and then go directly over the water. I don't care. Cool. Some scaffolding. We gotta bring this one as well. Alright, yeah, we don't need that torch. It's actually spawn proofed. It's actually already spawn proofed. Putting this over the water, and then we'll just keep going this way until we're in line with wherever that is. So yeah, we just gotta... I kind of want it to be... Alright, so that granite patch. That granite patch? Whoa, oh, what's that? Oh. Yeah, this is about where I want us to go. So let me bring the other one alongside. Again, straight over the water. Not a problem. Okay. Everybody good with the redstone? Everyone following along? Anyone building along? Goes down to light level 2, but it doesn't stop. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna bring this one here. And we'll see how we're gonna make it fit in. Okay, there is an underground redstone room. These are the signals to turn on the farm. But we actually... Aha, so this is our actual lever. We can pull it from down here. Okay, we want to come underground down to here, I guess. Are we in line with it yet? This isn't exactly where I want to be going down, so we're gonna come over a few blocks. Let me bring the other one in line too. Right, we already have the protection on the other side, so all right. What's up? All right, so we need to get down a few more layers. Boy. Down to about how far? Few more layers. How's this looking? I think, yeah, this is the layer. Okay. Alright, just gonna do a line of moss down the middle to walk on. The rest will get covered up. This is Java. Hey, all right, we got some basalt here. Love that for us. All right, bring the lines down. Wow, that completely separates it from the cave. Amazing. Of course, that lines up right with the flippin' repeater. If I move the repeater to here, we'll be fine, and the same exact job will have happened. Okay. I don't remember which is... This one's the input, to my knowledge. Put the repeater there. And then this one is the output, and I will put the repeater there, just so that we can, like, know for sure. We'll have repeaters right there. Cool. So if that lever comes on, honestly, now would probably just be an all right time to flip that lever on. Okay. So that farm's just running. And we are going to use that signal. And bring it all the way over here. So much redstone. I don't hear the explosions no more. Oh, shoot, I need to go grab more repeaters. We're gonna be so close to making it, but I bet you we're not gonna. Oh shoot, that might actually have been exactly enough repeaters. Heck yeah, dude. I don't actually want to have this signal turn on that other farm right now. So yeah, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dude, that was exactly, not only exactly enough repeaters, but exactly long enough of a signal. That's crazy. Okay. Cool. Now we've got to do the opposite. So let's go turn this off. Okay, exploding. Well, I should be turning off in a minute. It's probably got to finish out a cycle or something. All right, so with that there, now we need to send a signal. This will be a lot easier to do if I could actually get an output. I could fake an output because turning this on is not going to send one the other way. Well, if I'm faking the output, I should really fake it from here. There we go. And I better empty out my inventory out of junk. And I better top off the real things. Okay. I don't need pistons right now. All I need more of is red concrete. Oh, and repeaters. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, we send this on its way. This is the signal from the other farms to not turn it back on. I really hate that that we have to run 2 full lines this far. Whatevs. Anybody been watching any good shows lately? House of Genius? House of Guinness or House of Genius? What's that? House of Guinness sounds pretty good. If that's is it about making beer? I'm imagining like
is here.
Orange County Choppers level of anger issues at a brewery. About the beer family? Nice. Okay, so I just realized this is going to send a recursive signal back. We have to have that repeater there. I hope that signal works. Hold on. About the Guinness brothers. Okay. So if I turn that on. Okay, that does work. Good, good, good. Turn this back off. You finally got a double chest full of shulker assault. Nice. Cool, so now that goes there and it doesn't send a signal back. Perfect. All right. Now we can go turn off that dummy signal over there, and basalt is done. That is 3 of the 4 done. Cool. Now that farm will turn back off. And the last one is just an input from the concrete converter. So let's do it. This should be fairly simple. The on switch is actually really high. So like, I don't think it's actually going to be like that simple. Okay, actually, yeah, let's see what I can do. Where's the lowest signal we get? Yeah. So the actual on switch. Oh boy. So this doesn't even have like a signal exactly. This just has, whenever a block is placed there, it causes a pulse. And that pulse gets then like propagated through the whole system. But all right, let me just run my redstone line over here vaguely, and then we will try to see. What we need to do is take that pulse, continue it down under the ground, and then add like a pulse extender, or like a comparator thing, so that if the pulse goes in, it sends a thing to a comparator loop that if the pulse comes once every 5 seconds, the comparators would never turn off, kind of deal. Like that's what I think we can do here. Today we're on a small project of making it to where when any of my TNT based farms are on, they are all running. So if I run the nether tree farm, it turns on the basalt farm and anything like that. Okay. Let me get up top. Let me take a sticky piston, a normal piston, some slime blocks. Yeah, okay. So slime blocks, normal piston, sticky piston, observers. Let me get up top with this and see what I can do. So I could probably literally the unplugged power cord symbol. The minimap works. That's right, alt, to turn that back on if it was. Don't know what you mean. There's that unmuted microphone symbol. In the bottom corner because of the new voice chat mod. I'm actually trying to figure out how to make that turn off in single player worlds. Honestly, I could probably just do this with straight up with observers only. Oh, but where can I even bring it down? Where can I even bring it down? Do you see it on my screen right now? Yeah, then I have no idea what it is. Yeah, put a message in the Discord, a screenshot in the Discord. I'm gonna go sleep. Don't know why I flew all the way over here to sleep. I just didn't really want to deal with the phantoms. That's really what you should do when you have an issue with the Colonel mod pack. You should be posting something in the Discord. Okay. We're at the halfway mark of stream, and I need to go to the restroom. So we're gonna take our quick break like we always do. Chat, whatever platform you're watching on, make sure you drop a follow, and then if you want to come over to the purple chat, the purple stream, we're gonna have a mini game going. I don't really have anywhere else to stand right now. If I turn on any of those other farms, I don't really want to deal with that until it's all done. So I'm just gonna stand here at the storage room. I don't even know if the storage room needs to run. It might have already finished everything it's doing, but here we go. I'll be back in just a few minutes. BRB. All right, I'm back. You guys still playing words, or you want me to minimize that? Need some food. I think I can't sprint. All right, I'll turn off words for now. Not sleepy time. Oh, I should top out my rocket. I know exactly what I need to do for this concrete converter. It's just that it's gonna make it look ugly. Like, the easy thing to do is just take an observer line from the bottom bit there, down into the underworld. But the problem is I can't take it straight down because it's gonna hit this other redstone. So I need to, okay, actually, if I break this, put that there, put that back there, that looks good. Then I can honestly just bring this over. I'm gonna bring it over like literally one more block, and then, yeah, then that can just go down through the floor. No issues. Exactly. Ah, couldn't quite get it. All right. Up. You know, if I'll bring it all the way down with observers. I don't really care about wasting them. Okay. Oh, that was over one block too far. All right, so then we get a little redstone doot action going right here. And, well, actually, if that's a block, that would be better. And then maybe we get a little doot action right there. And then we need some comparators. Don't know how long. I don't know exactly how this will go. We need to, at this point, run the concrete converter and see if that is a long enough delay. Yeah. Do that. Let's go get some concrete powder of any kind, really. Over from the base. We'll grab a few stacks of it, put it in there. We'll run it and then really quickly free cam down and see what it's gonna do. Though if it's coming from the bottom pulses, don't those happen super duper duper infrequently? I don't even know. No, those should be happening very frequently. I don't know. We'll see. Color, do we have... Okay, we got some yellow. All right, filled up my inventory with yellow powder. Which wasn't much, admittedly. When was the last time we needed yellow concrete, chat? Oh, like that? No, that's yellow concrete powder even. That's not even yellow concrete. This is hardcore single player. All right. So if I do this, and I go down and look, does this... I'm not even on a little bit. Wow, it gets sent like one pulse after each TNT? Ain't no way. Okay, where does this get its signal from? Yeah, that's just... Oh, that's just not good. Okay, so we need to actually take the pulse from like up here. Presumably, because these push down every time. Okay, I could take it from this observer right here. Dang, okay. And then we have a chance of it being good. Doesn't mean it's actually going to be what we need. Okay. Oh, shoot, I have to do it the other way. Dang it. Dang it, bro. Okay. Uh... Let's try and keep chat English only, please. Okay. Oh, shoot. That's facing the wrong way. That's also wrong. Okay. Then that's where it'll come down. Oh, I'm out of observers. Great, I gotta go get more. Okay, full stack of observers. Not what I had in mind for this kind of project, but yeah, it adds a little bit of ugliness to it, but it's fine. So if I do this, every time that pulses, there we go. So if I run downstairs. Okay, that's not working. I did something wrong, I guess. Where's the hole? Please let me empty out the junk from my inventory. Okay.
Preach, dude.
Preach, dude. All right, so will that work? Or maybe yeah, maybe what I need is a little bit of a redesign where I get that goes into a block. The block goes into a repeater, which that goes into a repeater with 4 ticks just for funsies. And then we also do the comparator trick here, maybe. And so I have this being a 1-tick repeater, taking that tiny little pulse, making it into a 1-tick pulse. Then this takes the 1-tick pulse into a 4-tick pulse, which then goes into that. So that might be a good little observer pulse extender. It might be, who knows? Not me yet. Obviously, my first idea didn't work, so who knows what this one will do. Yeah, every time you see the pistons push, that's sending another pulse down there, so All right, now let's check free cam. Oh, I pressed the wrong buttons. Okay, yeah. Sweet. We're seeing those pulses are actually keeping the signal on the full time. Awesome. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you for the gifts I just heard come in. Absolutely massive, my dude. I've been live. All right. So with that, we're ready to put another repeater right there. And then let's simulate a signal here. Okay. And yeah, now we just take it from that repeater. And run it over this way. Okay, so then I need to put a repeater down there, but not until after I turn off that fake signal. All right. And I said repeater here. Boom. There it is, chat. That is this whole day's project done. I can't believe we finished it. So for anyone that wasn't here at the beginning, when I did the big explanation, what we're looking at here is a logic circuit to make sure that any farm within my black biome here, if any of them are running, it makes sure that the fully automated ones are also running. So I have a nether tree farm over here. And if this farm gets turned on, this signal will come on and turn on a signal to turn on the basalt farm. And then I have, this is a normal tree farm here. If this farm turns on, it's then going to send a signal to turn on the nether tree farm, and it's going to send a signal to turn on the basalt farm. This one here is the basalt farm. If it gets turned on, it's going to send a signal to turn on the nether tree farm. And then this last one here is our concrete converter. If it gets a signal to turn on, it's then going to turn on a signal to turn on both the nether tree farm and the basalt farm. And all of that is working and done. And we did it in basically 2 hours. Wowza. Yeah, and the redstone is actually really clean. I thought the reason I built this where I did is because I put the inputs in, and then I assumed I'd have to have some big monstrosity back here with all the logic of like AND gates and T flip-flops and stuff like that. But no, it didn't need to be that difficult at all. So it's great. And it is going to, it's kind of built in a way that's not actually great if I need to expand and add another farm. Which, that I just realized is kind of sucky. It's only that way because, like, there's not room to bring in more lines over here on the right very easily. I'd have to, like, bring them in over top and then, like, connect them to the back of this, which would be fine. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. I guess what we need to do now is fix the nether tree farm, and then we need to go test turning on each of these farms and making sure that it works as intended. Because we tested each of them, like we tested the logic all here works, and we know the signals all work, but we need to make sure that like it all works together and there's no unintended consequences. There's like a flying ant that just flew and landed on my light. Either that or it's like a really big gnat. Yeah, it was pretty good. Way smoother than I anticipated. All right. Wow, that's a perfectly filled dump box right there. All right. Let's head up to the... I'm live everywhere, my dude. All right, let's head up here, and you can see that this one is no worky because there's a tree here that's not blown up, and there's water flowing down from the ceiling. So what you can see happened here is this place got a little blown up. It actually got the least amount blown up ever, being as like the minecart still survived and some of the piston pushers are still here. Hey, yo, we getting a raid right now? Let me see. Yo, raiders, welcome in. Mig, how are you doing? How was your stream? What were you up to today, my dude?
Massive.
Absolutely massive of you stopping in.
Preach, dude.
Preach, dude. Stay hydrated, chat.
Check out them 1G and drop a follow.
Them 1G. TTS is hilarious. All right. All right. Yeah, it does that now. On the purple chat. Okay, so let me see how to fix this. If you are turning in with the raid, let me give you a quick rundown of what we're doing right now. Right now, we're inside of our nether tree farm. This side is broken. This is just a little thing we're trying to fix because we actually did a big redstone project today underneath this place. So I have 4 farms here. This is my nether tree farm that we're in. This is a concrete converter. It takes concrete powder into concrete. This one is a basalt farm, and this one is an overworld tree farm. And what I set up is I set up some redstone lines and some logic underneath the biome here so that if you turn on any one of these farms, it turns them all on. Well, at least these 2, because they can be run fully standalone without the player's interaction. So if you turn on any of these 4 farms, it actually makes sure both of these ones are also running at the same time. But this one has a pesky little problem of blowing itself up. So it blew itself up some time ago, and now I gotta fix it before we can call today's project done. We're working on the Solar Punk Jungle City on Skyblock Kingdoms. Yo, nice, dude. Had the back of the building complete, added some smokestacks to a forge, which houses a super smelter and a lava farm. Sick, dude. So you have like a lava farm, like, you mean like a dripstone lava farm, and then you harvest that to power your super smelter? That sounds sick. That sounds sick. I don't have a super smelter in this world, and it's something that's like soon on my to-do list. Like it's within my next like 2 or 3 projects. Like big projects. Like today's stuff that I'm doing is like a 1-day kind of thing. But that's gonna be in one of my next big projects. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna do a like moss farm, like huge scale moss farm that produces bone meal that then powers a huge scale like bamboo farm. And then auto crafters will make the bamboo into bamboo planks, and then the bamboo planks will then power the furnaces or something like that. Like it's gonna be like, that's what I'm thinking I want to do for whenever I get around to doing one. But like dripstone and lava buckets are sick too, because the lava buckets last forever. I don't know, man. All right. Crimson fences, fence gates. Where do these go? I gotta look at the other side. All right, just 2 fence gates is what we're missing. Okay. Yeah, 1 lava bucket will smell like 100 items. It's crazy. Yeah. Yep. All right, so now we just got to rebuild this little TNT duper thingy madoodle. And we gotta. Oh, did any of the redstone? All the redstone. Oh, 1 single piece of redstone broke. Oh man, I was like, did all the redstone stay intact? Did I actually put enough obsidian to keep all the redstone intact? But no, we lost one repeater. It's not the end of the world. I don't have any like pillaring blocks on me. It is. I am actually a pink slime, so that's kind of just the vibe we go for over here. Is that supposed to be on 1 tick pulse? 4 tick pulse. The good thing about having 2 of these side by side is that if one blows itself up, you can just look at its neighbor and rebuild. All right, so yeah, we're gonna need, what's this lava? What's this bucket for? I don't know. We actually don't need any obsidian because we already rebuilt these entirely out of obsidian, so they don't blow themselves up. That's just the piston to reload the thing. Okay, sticky piston needed. Still, I think that might be it. I don't know. What do I have to build with? Oh, I'm gonna need slime blocks too. I'll use slime blocks as my pillory block. Yep. All right. So what's the shape we go for here? So there's a C, and then there's a little L connecting to the back of the C. A C like that, and a little L. Just like so. Yes. Then I need a piece of TNT. Didn't grab that. How do I forget these things, man? All right, so the brain coral goes right here. The stone brick wall goes right here. Then the TNT goes right above that. And then the way that you prime this one is actually by putting it on a detector rail. Putting the minecart on the detector rail. And then we need a button on the back of that piston. You shove it in place. Cool. I don't know why that button wasn't already there. I'm actually just gonna leave like all those materials in there because like that's fine. This should theoretically be working again then? Potentially? Potentially? I don't know. We already did get a shout out a minute ago. Also, if you got a raid and run, take care of yourself, do anything after stream, feel free to go do so. We'll be here vibing. We're about to start testing all the farms I was showing earlier to make sure that the logic is actually all there and working. That if you turn one of them on, the rest of them turn on as expected. So, cool. Let's get back down and see what happens. So we're gonna start here, obviously. So we have to turn off the manual override and turn on the farm. And what we're going to see is it's going to be starting to bone meal now, theoretically. Yeah. Okay. That did a little piston push there. Why is the other one not doing anything yet? And then we should see TNT dropping down. Oh, shoot. That is broken there. Okay, but why didn't this one get a signal to turn on yet? Is it because is the new redstone interfering? No, the new redstone's actually not interfering. Oh. It's getting a signal that it's low on bone meal. Okay. All right, so we have a couple things going on here. That one's low on bone meal, and that one's still missing some redstone on top. So, don't know how I missed that. Yeah, a couple pieces of redstone got broken there. Oh, I grabbed obsidian, not redstone. That's not my redstone box. Can I just do that? And then hopefully that will stop any explosion from blowing up that redstone. Yeah, let's do the same over here.
Massive.
Yo, what are we looking at here? Gia and Valorant
Massive.
gifted out some subs. Gia gifted out 5 and Valorant gifted out 1. Yeah, I did hear that Valorant thing is going on again this weekend. Hype train started!
Hype train started.
Heck yeah, dude. Alright, so that shouldn't cause an issue, having that extra obsidian there. It's just gonna mean more protective. Actually, since we know that just that one, like, I wanna put an extra one there to potentially stop, that repeater from getting blown up. Boom, right there. Yeah. Putting extra obsidian down in places that it's not gonna interfere with the redstone, but might save more of the redstone from breaking is only a good sign. All right, so then next up we need to grab some bone meal. We have no bone meal here. All right, let's head back to the base and get some bone meal. To top off. Wait. I think, if I remember correctly, we have a box. Yep, we have a box of bone meal sitting right here for this specific occasion. Yeah, I can't believe that this, that's something else we need to do here one day, is we actually had a plan to, like, make this thing top off its own, bone meal properly. Because we thought we had solved that, but obviously not. We made it to where this one never runs out, which this was the problem child, and now this one runs out, so. All right, let's turn it all back on and see what happens. All right, so that one's growing. This one might actually take a minute to grow something because there's so many trees there already. All right, it just did, all right. Ain't no way, dude. What's not up here working? Bro, I didn't put the sticky piston in. Oh, it's dropping in the higher obsidian, or the higher, yeah. The higher TNT dupers, because those clocks were still running. Okay. Because it got to do, like, it actually got to send the redstone signal to the higher ones now. All right, now we're good. Okay, both of those just grew. Ah, TNT right off the bat. Heck yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit lossy for the first couple trees until it gets rid of its backlog of blocks there, but. All right, sweet, yeah. Cool, that's running. These are both running, amazing. All right, so that should also be running our concrete converter, or our basalt generator. Heck yeah, you can't see the TNT over here because it's like out of our 128 blocks. But it is, yeah, it's pushing them in and then they're getting blown up. Sweet, so both of those are running while this one's running. And then I do want to just check down below what the redstone looks like. It's not gonna get stuck in a loop. No, so yeah, the line is coming here, which is turning this all on, but this is being locked to not cause a loop, and this is sending over there amazingly. So we turn this off. We turn it off, and we should see that. Yep, all this is off. No signal got duplicated, and this should be stopping. It looks like it did, actually. Sweet. Amazing. All right. You hear bone meal doing its thing. Let's do a quick sleep. The next one to head over to is the basalt generator. We'll test both of those first. And make sure they're powering each other on. Yo, hype train. I got a hype chest, too. Frog wow emote. Did they get new hype train emotes then? Because like I thought I had all the level 1s. Or was that level 2? Whatever it was. I thought I had them all. Alright. Alright, so we land here at the basalt generator. And we turn it on. And we should see that, yes, we're getting all the basalt in all 4 directions. It's blowing up. Those are going where they need to. And then we go over here. And, oh, I just saw that push. Yeah, okay, the red tree is going. Oh, the blue tree as well. They're running. Okay, so the logic works to turn these both on. We have not checked that the logic works to turn the tree farm back. Oh God, I paused it. Oh boy, that was a big mistake. Pausing the game with it running is a big mistake. Did it blow itself up? It doesn't appear to have blown itself up. Yeah, I pressed escape to get out of free cam. All right, boom. All right, turn that one off. And then let's see what the redstone does over here. Okay, this appears to be in the off position. And these should be stopping after their next cycle. Yeah. Yeah. All right, it stopped. Amazing. Okay, how's this looking? Okay, it doesn't even have the 3rd box full. Oh, wait, it's, yeah, that's polished. And we have so many basalt boxes. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, so these are all different TNT farms, and we hooked up wiring today for that if any of them get turned on, they all run. All right, so now, oh, I don't have the concrete powder on me, do I? The concrete powder's underground. I'll have to go grab that after testing the next one. Let's go over to the tree farm. The normal tree farm. And all I gotta do is turn this on. I don't even need to like actually run it. I just need to turn it on. And then we make sure, well, yeah, we look here. This signal is off. I think that's good. Or no, hold on. Oh shoot, I took it from the wrong line. I took it from the upper line. I needed to take it from something lower. Oh, I could have taken it from this box. Okay. I don't have anything. Like, I could have, okay. Yep, this is why we test these things, chat. Because I could have just assumed it was good and not, came over here and tested. Oh, what? It needs to be like a repeater then. To pull the signal out of the block. Okay. Yeah. In which case, bam. Ah, okay. Oh, but that's the inverse of what we need. So we actually need it to not be that. My bad. We need it to be a torch, not a repeater, because we need it to be an inverse. Oh, wait, no. We already have the torch down below, don't we? So maybe we don't need this to be a torch now. Okay. Yeah. No. We did need that to stay a torch. Dang it. Yeah, that needs to stay a torch. Exactly. Exactly, chat. So now... Hopefully that didn't cause an issue over here at this one, like sending the pulses. No, it would have just caused it to run once. All right, cool. So now if we turn this back on, we should actually see it working, potentially. Let's see. We turn it on. That actually, yep, that flip-flops that signal. Oh boy. Now that's pulsing that signal. Oh, great. I did not anticipate it to be pulsing that signal. Okay. I need to do a pulse extender on this. Okay. Yeah. So let me, I have the comparators. I just need more red blocks to put it on. I also could use, oh, hear this place running. That's good. It'll stop in a minute. Yeah. What was I looking for? I needed more red concrete. And then, like, I have everything I need to extend the signal. Yeah. Oh, do I actually have... I do have blackstone bricks and polished blackstone here in case I need... so I can patch up the floor. Now, tomorrow, I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do before and after Minecraft Live. We'll have to figure that out. That's what the beginning of tomorrow's stream is going to be, like planning out our next project. Well, yeah, planning out our next project. And then depending on when if we find out a release date for 121.9, you know, our next project will probably be updating like all the stuff we have to do for 121.9. All right. Okay, so right now we get rid of that. Okay, the reason is because I do two doots. I don't have doots. It's a bit loud. And I have the comparators. I actually need the inverse of this. I need the torch before it, not a repeater. And then the torch below will no longer exist. So if I turn this on now, is that long enough that the signal always never hits 0? Or like, should I try to put a block there? Will that work? That does work, and it never hits 0 anywhere. Sweet. Does it work if I do this? No, it just stays 15 forever. Okay. All right. So then I need to take a signal out of this with a repeater. All right, so that torch is actually on right now. Does that mean that this farm is running over here? Yep, it does mean that the farm is running right now. Okay, let me do that. I don't think that torch is going to be needed down there. I think it's going to finally go back to being a repeater. Crap, come on. So here, get a doot. And that comes down, and that's a doot too. Okay. Main issue we have here is, yeah, we actually need a slab here so that signal can go down through it, and then this can cover it up. But before we allow that, yes, this needs to then get a repeater, which I don't have in my inventory for some reason. Excuse me? Someone tell me why I don't have a repeater in my inventory? Oh, I literally had one a minute ago. I have comparators? I don't have repeaters. This block doesn't need to be red. There we go. Where all the repeaters I had went. There you go. Alright. Oh, and then this needs to be a slab of sorts. Specifically the other kind of slab. And we need a doot on top of it. Alright. Alright, so now this farm is running, and we need to do a check and make sure both of these other farms are running now. Both are running, cool. And then this one, is it running? Heck yeah, it's running. Okay, cool. And then we turn the farm back off. Oh. All right, with that farm back off, now the other ones should be off as well. Let's just take a look at the signals here. Yep, that's what we should expect. None of these are lit, so this farm, well, they're completing out their last cycles, but they shouldn't grow another tree now. Sweet. And then this basalt farm. Yep, it's not running either. Cool. So this is good. Let's actually head to the last stop now, where we go over to the concrete converter. But I need to go grab some concrete powder that I have down in the basement first, and make sure that is because this one doesn't have an on switch we can do. We have to actually put some powder through the machine. You don't turn this on, you just start placing blocks, and then when it detects it's got blocks going in it is when it turns itself on. So come here. See, it's just by you placing these blocks that the pistons start pushing. And what we can see is down here, the signal is on. The signal is here telling both of these to turn on. And then as soon as that signal goes off, it goes away. So if I'm standing here, AFK with an auto clicker placing the blocks for me for 10, 15 minutes, it will be running consistently for that entire length. But yeah. But shortly after I stop placing blocks, it turns off the signal. Amazing. All right, let's take a look to see like what kind of cleanup we need to do at any of this ones. This one's actually really clean, and there's nothing that needs to happen here, to my knowledge. This one's good. So yeah, let's take a look at the basalt farm. Actually, I think I need to use some basalt here to patch up a hole in the basement that I never did anything about. So. Yeah, I'll lift a big hole in the basement. Okay. Do I have basalt? I don't have basalt in my inventory, but you know where I can get some basalt, chat? And like, yeah, it's ugly, but like how unugly am I supposed to make it? Like, yeah, it's fine. All right. I know I already cleaned that place up. So is there anything I need to do here cleanup wise? It'd be in the redstone room. Just like the other one, just like the basalt one was in the redstone room. Run the repeaters directly into the wall. That is kind of like what I did with the torches to the ceiling of that room. Yeah, here, oh, that can actually be closed up because that was just my doorway. That one running through, that one's 2 blocks, we'll make it 1 block. I'm honestly fine with it. Cool. Let me go grab my... Oh, there is a little bit more I need to do. We have some black powder that's missing from over here, if I remember right. Yeah. So we have this. I need to go get some black concrete powder. Fill that in. Well, let me just go grab all the junk box down here. Oh, there's a little bit of powder in it. I don't know if it's enough, honestly, but everything else is junk that'll go in here. More rockets. I'm gonna leave all these boxes here for now, just like I left them in the last place. Yo! Hi, it's Kai with the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? What were you doing today, my dude? Hey, it was Kai's birthday stream. GG. Absolutely massive of you stopping in over here, my dudes. What's up? What's up? It's his birthday? Congratulations subscribing. Congratulations
Check
surviving another rotation around the sun. Let me show you what we were doing today. This is my base islands with all my custom biomes. This is the black biome that we're in right now. We have 4 farms in here. where we have all TNT blast chambers for them. So this one is a overworld tree farm. This one is a nether tree farm. This one is a concrete converter, and this one is a basalt farm. These two farms, the nether tree farm and the basalt farm, can run 100% independently without any like needing to place blocks or doing anything. You just flip a lever and they turn on. So what I wired up today is actually, if you turn on any 4 of these farms, what's actually going to happen is both of these farms are also going to turn on. So if I'm AFKing this tree farm, it's just going to also turn on the nether tree farm and the basalt farm. Or if I'm running the concrete converter, it's just also going to turn on the nether tree farm and the basalt farm. And we literally just finished that up, and we're in the middle of cleaning up now. So we got a lot of redstone circuitry underneath this custom biome now. But we gotta clean up a little bit of a mess that we made in doing so. So let me grab my... Oh, I already have the black concrete powder. Okay. Can I fit this there? And cool, just a few pieces needed. And then there's one more piece over here we gotta do. Not actually your birthday? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna ban them all. They're lying. God, that's horrible. Either way, I hope your stream was good. Hope your stream was great. If you got a raid and run, take care of yourself, or do anything after stream, feel free to go do so. We're gonna be live for another like 45 minutes or so. I'm just gonna dump all this stuff into my unloader. Cool. Yeah, we're good. That project is done, and we managed to do it start to finish within a day, or within a single stream. So now we gotta figure out what we're doing next, which is at a really, really weird time, because we know that 121.9 is coming out, or very soon, very soon. We had a release candidate, and we have Minecraft Live tomorrow, where we're gonna get a release date. You know, I could speculate that it's gonna be soon, but who knows. But also, along with, like, if we do upgrade to 121.9 very soon, you know, we're obviously going to sidetrack, and we're going to get the new copper golem in Mob Zoo. We're going to update all the storage system here, so it's going to be like a little bit of a sidetrack when that update comes out. But also, I'm participating in 9 Lives next month, and I haven't announced or fully decided, you know, how much of my stream time is going to go to 9 Lives, and how much is going to stay in the main hardcore world throughout the month. But we are going to be giving up a good amount of stream time, no matter what, to play on the 9 Lives server while that's live for just the month of October. So, like, even if we do start something and the update doesn't come out for a couple more weeks, like, we might not even have much stream time to actually do anything. So well, let's take a look at our project list, and yo, why is there so many boats? Oh no. Oh, no. Okay, empty shulkers. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna clean this up first. All right. I don't know why so many boats got put through the storage system. Also a brown shulker box I missed. That might be helpful for putting boats in. Oh, look at that. We actually needed it for boats. Huh. I must have put my boat shulker box into the unloader without realizing it. So all the boats got taken out of the brown shulker box, put through the storage system, and then I put them immediately back into the same brown shulker box. Okay. And then we got all these mini blocks, dude. Okay. All right. So Hoglin Head goes here. Those are all nether ones. Actually, all of these are nether ones. We have grass, leaves, and bee nest. Well, leaves would go here. Yep. grass, I think, would go here. And bee nest. I'll put it there too. I don't care, man. I can't heat you, sorry. All right. All right. Oh, minecart too. Sweet. So let's take a look at our project book here. Oh boy, where's my box? Where's my light gray box? Did I put it in here? No? Oh wait, did I put it in here? Aha! My inventory box! Oh man, alright. Scared myself real bad that I put this into the unloader. Alright. It looks like we need to repair that helmet too. Nether Mob Zoo is done. Add label banners everywhere. Oh yeah, okay, hold on. Did I put that in my... Okay, to do projects, Nether Mob Zoo, we can take that out of there completely. Completed. All right, we need to... I feel like I wrote it on this page before, but okay. Nether... What am I doing? Nether... Oh shoot, that's actually part of 121.9 update. Hold on, let me make sure I have that written in my 121.9. Notes. I do not. Okay. I got notes on all the items that are being added that I need to put in the storage system, everything I need to do in the mob zoo, what I need to do to update my copper farm auto crafters, things I need to do to the Colonel mod pack, things I need to do to the servers. I don't have anything to do with the nether tunnels using the new shelves. So what's the projects I need to do? I need to do Mob Zoo, I need to do the Copper Crafters, and then I need to do Nether Tunnels. Nether Tunnel Shelf Label. There. Cool, that's in my notes there. It doesn't need to be in there. Well, Nether Tunnel, Nether Shelf Labels. I'll write it right here too. Marbles? No? No? We're doing bingo in a little while. Okay. So we had done a poll in the to-do projects. We had done a poll between the Nether Mob Zoo, the Witch Farm, and the Chunk Loaders. And obviously the Nether Mob Zoo won that. So we have completed the Nether Mob Zoo now, 100%. So I don't know if I should do another poll or if I should make an executive decision here, because chunk loaders require redstone. Which farm provides redstone? Overruled. Okay, these are all notes for the... Oh, these are missing from the Nether Mob Zoo, actually. Okay. Still to this day. Nether dimensions. Nether Mob Zoo missing mobs. Yeah. Zombie piglin jockey and a lit Halloween Wither Skelly are missing. Witch Farm and chunk loaders. So if we do say that the Witch Farm is the next project, that means like I have to find the witch huts. I know for a fact an absolute minimum for me is a dual witch farm, but I know that if I scour enough, we can find a triple witch hut. Because like I know back when I was exploring a long time ago, in the early days of the channel, that we saw 3 witch huts in a swamp. We don't know if that is close enough to be a triple. Oh man, but like the seed has changed. So, or like the chunk generation has changed so that like if I were to look up the seed on our current version, the old terrain, like if we looked up the seed on the current version on chunk base or whatever, and then we find a triple, what if we've already explored there in the previous version and the terrain doesn't have them? Oh, that would be devastating. That's not something I can do on stream either because like my seed isn't public. And I have used, it hasn't been a long time, I have used chunk based like tools in the past, especially when I was looking for my slime farm, because like I feel like it's worth finding it to make the better farms. So I use it. Some people don't like that, but I don't care what you think if you don't like that. Yeah, I let me do a quick poll with you guys before we start bingo. I'm gonna do a 5-minute poll. I think the witch farm should be the next farm. But you guys can tell me. So big witch farm, chunk load, everything. Chunk load all farms. So with the chunk loader one, I haven't really explained that today. So if you weren't here for the explanation or you're new, the chunk load project would be because in 121.5 or 6 or somewhere in here in one of these updates, Chase the Skies maybe, they changed that chunk loaders can now cause random ticks to happen. So a lot of old farms that you couldn't build in your spawn chunks and you couldn't chunk load can now be chunk loaded. Like crops will grow if you put a chunk loader in them. So what I want to know is, so what I'm planning to do is every single farm in my world that is chunk loadable now, that wasn't before, I want to chunk load them to where they will turn on when I build them and they have space within their chests, they will turn on. And then if we and then it will keep running no matter where I'm at in the world until it's full. So I plan to do that to every farm in my world. But that building that many chunk loaders and tying them into the redstone to know when they need to turn on and off will take redstone. So which is why I think the witch farm should come first, but I've struggled this long without it. So you guys can have 5 minutes. Start the poll. What if you already explored there? Wouldn't the chunks not change? Because yeah, exactly what I'm saying. What if we go to chunk base, Fatty? What if we go to chunk base, we find a triple, and then we go to those chunks and it's the wrong biome because I've already explored there? That will be devastating. That will be devastating. Which is why I said at the bare minimum I want to go for a double witch farm, but I am willing to spend a good amount of time searching for a triple. So those chunks just might end up being corrupted. Who knows? I'm on 121.8. I'm gonna update to 121.9 as soon as the update comes out. The world started in 116.3, so, and we've done a lot of exploring. Oh, I'm underground, so this isn't really good. Cave mode off. Yeah, so like everywhere around the center of the world has been explored, and then like lots of these shoot out. I'm fairly certain somewhere up here. This is a mixture of like several versions of terrain that have all been biome blended together. I'm fairly certain one of the swamps up here, I have three witch huts in the same swamp. That doesn't mean they're within a 256 block perimeter to where I could run them all at the same time, but it does mean that they're like, it's a chance. And I'm pretty sure it's like old 1.17 chunks that generated them, which is pre 1.18, so they wouldn't show up in a current modern chunk base. So I might have to check like my seed in both 1.17 and 1.21.8 in chunk base and see in both of them, are there any that would be, you know, reasonably close enough? I'd say within like 50,000 blocks, I'm willing to go. Like 50,000 blocks is like, you know, a 7 or 8,000 block nether tunnel. That ain't nothing. It'll be my longest nether tunnel, but it ain't nothing. I don't trim chunks. Specifically, I don't trim chunks. Like intentionally. It's a conscious decision I make that I do not like to do that. All right, it's time to start bingo. All right, you guys will have 10 minutes to claim your bingo cards. All right, so if you're on any platform, make sure you drop a follow if you're new. And if you want to make your way over to the purple chat, link is in the bio, panels, descriptions, etc. We actually have a poll going on to decide my next big project right now. And then we're also starting a minigame, bingo. All you got to do is hover your mouse over the screen and click the bingo icon. Or if you're on mobile, make sure you're in classic mode or landscape mode, and you should see a bingo icon in the top left of your mobile chat. Click that, claim your bingo card, and you got to wait for the numbers to start being called. You never have, but you're not opposed to it to reduce world size, but not. Yeah, so I specifically am opposed to it because I am a hoarder. I hoard every item in the game, and I hoard every chunk I've ever rendered. Like that kind of same deal. When I die and lose a hardcore world, I host that world on my tour server. I have tour.colonel.live where you can go on and view my old season 1 world and a couple other world and my like March server that I ran. And I, from a completionist perspective, will want, if you watch VOD number 239 or something where I go explore out into this really cool cave, if I'm hosting the world, I want you to be able to go, look up the coordinates from that VOD and go look at that cave if it interests you on the tour server. So from that perspective, I don't remove anything from a historical archival purposes. I don't have a problem with anyone else that trims chunks or anything like that. That's for me, I can't let go of the history of the world to delete to trim a chunk. Yeah. I actually did have to trim chunks. Not trim chunks, but I had some corrupt chunks in my world. There was like 17 individual corrupt chunks. One of them was actually here on the base island. It was this chunk specifically. So like the tunnel that runs through here got reset. Because the trunk was fine, like playing the game, but some of the data in that chunk was corrupt. So I deleted out the chunks that were corrupt just as like a cleanup measure back when I updated to 1.21.3 maybe or something along those lines. And yeah. So like that one chunk mattered, but every other chunk was like scattered somewhere throughout the world and it didn't matter really. Oh, that's done. Done. True, especially after all this time. Imagine if I had trimmed out all this stuff, like then we wouldn't have this sick map to look at. What are they? How does this exist all on its own? Oh, it's not all on its own. Okay. Yeah, okay. The map just hasn't generated out that far. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I explored a little far. A little far. Just a little. It's ridiculous. All right. How'd the poll go? I missed the results. Landslide victory for Witch Farm. 100% of the votes. All right, that makes sense. Witch Farm it is. I don't know if we will be starting it tomorrow because I don't think I will have had time to find anything via chunk base, and I don't want to do that on stream because my seed, like I've said, is not public. So don't know what we'll do tomorrow. You've never seen a witch farm? Wow. Oh, snout banner pattern. Oh, look at that. I already had one. Is there any reason to keeping a second one? It looks like I haven't kept a second banner pattern of any of these other ones. Ah. How's bingo? Where are we at? Is bingo ready to start yet? What are we looking at? 4 more minutes to get your bingo cards. 4 more minutes to get your bingo cards. Yeah, I'm really interested in, like, finding the swamp that I know exists in my world that has 3 of them. And I'm fairly certain it's in the north half. I don't know. Is there any tools that will do that kind of analytics on an existing world, not on chunks? Like, not on a seed, I mean? Okay, here's one. I don't see any more in this general vicinity. I swear there's a swamp up here with 3 in it. Yeah, dude. I will say I want an absolute minimum of 2. I would love 3, and I would be willing to go very far if I found 4. Like if I found a quad that was like 100,000 blocks away, I'd be willing to dig that nether tunnel. Like I don't care, man. Like it's just cool. This is a huge swamp. This has got to be the one. All right, here's one. 2. How far apart are these? So this is 1156. This is 1337. That's less than 200 blocks. All right, so this is a double right here. Come on, show me the triple. Show me the triple. The center of the circle would have to be like here, though. And I'm not seeing a third within that circle. So like right here's a double. That's pretty far north, admittedly, but actually I'm pretty sure this was generated in the 121. Like this was fairly recent. Mm. Oh, well, here's one. Just one, though. Oh, here's another one. How far apart are these? 5822. Oh, wait, that's X coordinates. Oh, my bad. 21,771. Well, that's 500 blocks apart. Oh, I bet these other ones vertically were more, though. Dang it. So what's this one? 24,517. 20. Yeah, these are 500 blocks apart, too. Dang it, man. All right. I swear. Maybe it's not like up north like I thought. The world may never know. Here's one. Two. Oh, these two looks pretty close. 4,900, 4,500. No, that's still like 400 blocks apart. That's crazy. Yeah, so even if I did, even if somewhere in my world there is a massive swamp that I'm somehow not seeing that had 3 of them, like the chances of them being close enough is ridiculously small. Because I'm not even, actually, we haven't even found a legitimate double where they're within range. So. All right, it's time to start bingo. All right, the numbers on the bingo cards are going to be calling themselves once every 5 seconds. Once you get bingo, a yellow bingo button will appear at the bottom. You got to be the first person to click on that, and you will get yourself a block on the massive monument. I got all distracted. Yeah. Well, here's one. Is that some funky biome blending, or is that just some weird shading? I don't know. Here's another one, but yeah, that's way too far across opposite sides of the same biome. Oh, man. This is a not even fully generated swamp. Right here. What's all this? What is all this? Are those mushrooms? Oh, those are some really dense mushroom growth, I guess. Mm. Yeah, but these are like huge. Whoa, Mickey with 12 numbers called? How do you do it? Oh my God. Yo, GG Mickey. That's like a record low number of numbers called. Holy. All right. Let's see what block you got reserved. You have blue concrete. You have 10 items on there, up in that to 11. Your last victory was stream 10:10. Today is 10:28. All right, let's go grab your blue concrete and put it on the monument. Oh yeah, there is ocean. There, I have a lot of actual legitimate double ocean monuments. What am I doing? Blue concrete. But we've already decided when we do build one, we're literally going to use this one right here because it's going to be right off the island. Well, we already technically have like a temporary, like small one built there, but I want to do like a full-on decorated project, and I want it to be close enough to where you just look out past the white biome and you see it. Especially once I can eventually turn my render distance up higher again. Yeah, because you can't see it right now. Yeah, there it is.
Preach, dude.
So that's all we have right now. Yeah, this pillar and those portals. But I want to have like a big decorated thing there. Can you add chunk loaders to multiple farms and run them together through the nether? Each farm will have its own chunk loader that determines if that farm needs to be on or not. There's no need to connect them together or anything like that. All right, GG Mickey on your dub with your blue concrete, my dude. Abso-flippin'-lutely massive of you. All right, over to the Diamond Yeeting Shrine. We do have some qualifying subs today. Can I get an exclamation mark partner plus in the chat for anyone that's unaware? I do burn diamonds at the end of stream for qualifying partner plus sub points. So this is the Diamond Yeeting Shrine, where we have a lava pool in the shape of a diamond made of diamonds where we burn diamonds. So, how many today? We have a tier 1 and a tier 2. All right, so 3 subs on 2025. Whoop, 2025 9/27. Is that how I formatted the date before? Yeah. 3 subs. All right, so that means we got 3 diamonds. First off today was Spider with a tier 2 sub for 53 months. Bam, bam. And then we had TMG come in with a tier 1 for 39 months. Bam. GG, you guys are absolutely massive. I appreciate you very, 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 very much. Let's wrap up for the night. If the farms are out of range of each other in the overworld, that's what the chunk loader's for. Every farm is going to have its own chunk loader, and it will chunk load itself if it is not full. All right, chat, and that's it for the day. We completed an entire update to the black biome, connecting them all in one go, flawlessly. No major issues, with time to spare even for us to rant. So I will start preparation for the witch farm. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow before and after the Minecraft Live, but I'm sure there's always something little to do. So that's it for now. Let's wrap up. Well, first, let's see who's live to send over a raid to tonight. All right. Oh, someone I'm following might be doing a subathon. They appear to be sleeping. Yeah, they're sleeping. Dang it, I tried chat. Okay, here's someone. We're gonna raid over to Jeremiah Scotty. They're 2,000 days in their hardcore world. Let's send it that way. All right, and here is the raid message for you to copy and paste. If you got my emotes, use those. If you're not a sub, just copy the text out of there and put something in the chat to let them know you're arriving. Thank you very much for the awesome stream today, my dudes. Thank you for the qualifying partner plus subs, helping me get to that goal and burn some diamonds. Thank you for the prime subs. Thank you for the follows across all the platforms. Thank you for participating in the polls, and thank you for the raids and the hype trains. You guys are flipping amazing. Thank you for the gifts over on TikTok, and thank you everybody for being here. I'll be live again tomorrow night, 12 p.m. Eastern. That's noon. I'll be live an hour before Minecraft Live. So tune in. I'll see you then. Peace out.